Here we are, day 3. This is Wednesday, right? Wednesday, the 16th of June, 2021. So we're back at it. The third day of RONSTOCK 21, the all Canadian experiment. Actually, Cully was telling me that she's been watching several things that other people that she actually pays attention to with her hobbies.
Yeah.
And other people are doing the same thing this year. They have to go to the virtual playground. So anyway, welcome back. The third day of RONSTOCK 2021. We've got the goodies. Hopefully, I've actually I've sorted my papers out better today, so I don't get hecked from Colleen for being so out of whack. With
Nobody else would know it, but
yeah. I know.
But it threw me off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
So yesterday I was going all over the place, and I didn't get hacked, but I mean, every day we're trying to make this better and better all the time. And I think we're getting a little bit better. And today you see that we changed the painting again. This time, this is a piece that I've had around here for a few years. But before we go into this, I'll let you know anyway. That's Checkmate with Sting. It's actually signed on the back by Sting. But anyway, let's go through the itinerary for today, or what we call it, whatever we call it. And Colleen will tell you what we're going to be doing.
Okay. For those of you who haven't been with us, we're just going to go through what we do each day. We've just let you know we've got an auction on. People are starting to bid on that. I've got 93 pieces, I think, up there. So help yourself, start bidding. I tried to put the prices as low as possible so that everybody gets a good deal. We make a little bit of money, you know.
So we can pay the bills.
Yeah. So we can keep the lights on during COVID. Anyway, so we've got some really neat pieces. Some of Ron's current pieces are up there too. And if you notice, they got buy now prices on them. Then we've got our email game, which we'll go through. We've had fun with that. Ron almost read everything off yesterday with the answers. So that's got 5 questions. We'll go through that. And then we've got our picture game, and Kelsey's got pictures of our past RONSTOCK. RONSTOCK that we've been doing for about 30 years. We've been doing these now. We've tried to put up the current ones so that we know that people are with us now.
Sorry about
Ron's
that.
Cell phone.
I always shut my phone off, but not today. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, the picture game. So you'll see if you can spot yourself in one of the picture games. And then we'll have the celebrity prints. We'll tell you what the print is for tomorrow or today. I can't remember how that works. Today. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll tell you about the grand prize that you can win for being here each day. And then we will talk about our Sting piece.
Yeah, and
that's about it.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, please get involved. And what Kelsey's going to be watching for the chat, it gets, you know, it's a fairly complex thing that we're trying to do with this type of meeting. So we've got probably not enough people to do it right, but as you chat through, Kelsey's going to make notes, and we're going to get at all of that at the end of the whole thing here.
Any questions? Sorry.
Yeah.
Any
so
questions?
For anything important as we go along. If you guys got any questions at all, we'll take care of it. Yeah. So, and you got the auction all done. We're good for that. Yeah. And we're actually ahead of time already. Yeah, you want to do that. Let's go through the auction. What I did with Colleen too is the auction. We had all of the new pieces that are being released right now at the top of it. It didn't. You know, I'm a fanatic with weird things.
Yes,
but,
you are.
Yes, you are. Yeah. So I said, well, why don't we put all of the real hot stuff at the top? And because we want to make sure you guys realize that, you know, the auction pieces, it's our store this year, and you're getting 93 pieces here, and there's some pretty hot deals there. So it's because we can't have you here. When we're doing it here at live RONSTOCK, there's only about 16 to 18. I looked back at my notes there. I think our biggest year was to have 18 pieces on the bid wall, the bidding wall. But this bidding wall here is basically our store come to you for the store that we brought to you for the COVID virtual blah, blah, blah thing here. Yeah, the blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, so there's some really good stuff there. Garth Hudson, signed by Garth Hudson. There's pieces there with Jane Goodall and David Suzuki's signatures. These little guys here, that one is a real George Lucas signature.
Super rare.
Yeah, they are. Well, that one actually is. The problem is we're almost, I don't even know if we have any signatures left at all. We had some extra signatures from George, and that's how we put this together. Any of these black and white ones, you're actually, in case you don't know, they're a black and white piece, and they're in color here, but that's because they're all hand painted by me, every last one. These ones, when Robert Bateman did that years and years and years and years ago, about 20 years ago, he did it with a polar bear. He put one swat of color on by hand, and that little polar bear piece went from, you know, just a couple $100 to over $5,000 today. So, and if you know, most people don't think of investment or claim to not think of investment. I know it seems to be always in the back of our minds. But if you really want a good investment, any of these hand colored pieces are really phenomenal because they are treated quite often on the secondary market. They're treated like an original painting. So, yeah. Anyway, so Colleen's put up all the pieces. And if you want to look at the stuff that's this week and that, or recently, or this year, it's at the bottom of the piece. We're going to be putting the original up, I think, by the end of the week. Whether we get bids on it or not, I just want to make sure it's offered to people. I had said that yesterday or the day before that we're going to be asking a minimum bid of $3,200 for the original, and but it's framed and everything. And if you buy it and you want to, you know, if you got a tight budget because of COVID or whatever, we'll take half down. You can pay the rest over 3 to 6 payments or whatever.
What original? The
original painting. Oh, well, I'm glad you catch me on that one. Of the newest piece, Man of War, the room service at Kenilworth. So yeah, so we're getting through those. We got let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, there I am. That's okay. No, I'm good. You know what? We're moving through pretty quick because now I'm organized. So
look out.
Somebody's in trouble here. Yeah. Hey, so let's go right into having some real fun with it's starting to sound like a real host, talk show host. Matter of fact, this weekend on Sunday, by the way, we're doing our first video work on a teaser that's going to be a TV show, hopefully. And they don't let me stop working through the week, so I'll be about 2 weeks straight here of working. And we're going to be doing some filming on our teaser, but you won't even get a chance to know what that's all about yet. So email quiz answers. Oh, now I get to tell them the answers. Okay. No, the questions. What do I do? I go through the answers first. Yeah, from yesterday. So what we got happening here, by the way, and I'm going to go right off the bat, is nobody got all 5.
Oh, and really?
Because I actually tried to show Kelsey online one of the answers, and she couldn't see it.
Oh.
So I apologize. You know what? These things I should be checking them myself because I know I should have known better that you would not find a Mickey Mouse. And some people are saying, well, it was a trick question. There's no Mickey Mouse, but there is a Mickey Mouse. And I'm going to let Kelsey pull it up right now. This is a really bad picture because I don't have anything. We just took a picture off.
You know what? Some of our customers that have that piece know.
Yeah. Some people do, but obviously nobody here knows.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So nobody here has got one of these pieces.
Because I have a customer that tells me that his granddaughter, every time she comes over,
she wants to look for Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, they do this little game together, and she points to the Mickey Mouse.
So anyway, if you look dead center in the middle of that picture, it's a little bit blurry. I know it's like I said, it's I just took a little clip from one of our prints and brought it up. But
can you show the whole?
Yeah, she could actually circle around it. No.
Oh, you're
We're
not
going to let
showing
them
the whole
know
piece?
this is it. They can still go look for it.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
this is just to prove that there's a Mickey Mouse.
No, you got your
Mickey Mouse. Yeah, we're nasty. Mickey Mouse. Actually, in this piece, there's a guardian angel too. I dare someone to find the guardian angel because nobody's ever found the guardian angel in this piece on their own. Oh, as a matter of fact, I showed it to Kelsey this morning. So when I was at that painting. So anyway, if you look dead center, can you use your cursor and go around that? Maybe not. Okay, that's fine.
I can see it.
Yeah, dead center. There's Mickey Mouse. He's waving at you. You guys go check it out. So we're not even going to include that one in here. So because of that, we've got 6 winners. So it worked out really good. And I'm actually going to have to change my glasses, which, you know, I never even thought of that because I can't read with these ones on. Oh, there's a different Ron all of a sudden. So we have Giselle Gulen, Shelley Johnson, Rick Brown again.
Oh, good for him.
Kathy Alexander and Larry Alexander and Willie Dent all won the $50 certificate. Just to let you know, on the certificate, and like, I mean, we're in business and we have to protect ourselves a little bit on that one, but it's $50 per visit. So if you come in and, like, for example, here, if Kathy and Larry are
they are.
Yeah, no, I know that. I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, I mean, each one of you can use the $50, but it has to be towards a separate purchase, you know, or on a separate visit. So anyway, so we got that, and let's go through the answers real quick. How many times has Suchu painted the Blue Nose ship? That one I was really kind of worried about, because if you included the Blue Nose too, which I think probably most of you have, is there anybody here? Put your hand up if you won, if I just named you. Okay. Did you think that the Blue Nose 2 was one of the Blue Noses?
No.
So where did you find the other one in Canada 150th?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, Kelsey, can you hear her? If she's not talking. Okay, so how did you find 2? I don't know how to do this. Yeah, can you unmute your microphone? This is interesting. So somehow you found 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Not working?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get. Maybe if you chat.
Yeah, I can chat.
Okay, so where did you find the 2? One was the last one I did a couple of months ago, right?
I don't know. I have to look.
Here. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, we'll move along. So yeah, I want to know about that because there was one in the one I just did, the Blue Nose Legacy. That was the Blue Nose. The piece that I did a few years back was the Blue Nose 2. So I thought people would be looking at that one as the Blue Nose, but they didn't. And in that picture right now, you're seeing on the Canada 150th, and I think it's on the right-hand side. I can't see it well. Yes, it'd be on the right-hand side.
Pictures.
So yeah, that would be, is there really a circle on it? Okay. You see how blind I am.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the other one. Anyway, so everybody we got 6 people that got that one, right? What is the model of inspiration? Obviously, the Ford Thunderbird 2002, the retro car. Yeah. And how many cards are on the table of the 12 decibels? And it's really funny because Kelsey and I both got it wrong. What? We actually got it wrong. Yeah, I didn't count the center one. Yeah, I was just thinking there's, okay, so there's, yeah, JC is not, yeah. So anyway, we both got it wrong. There was 14, and we were actually thinking there was 13.
I was too.
Yeah. Oh, so all 3 of us would have got it wrong. That's funny. That's funny. That was supposed to be it.
Oh.
Yeah. So JC in the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
John is as Jesus in the middle.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Dania or Haley.
Which U.S. president did Suit You Influence to play at the House of Blues, and it was Bill Clinton.
I love this story.
Yeah, and it's really neat because I don't know if you've heard it before, but the Colleen and I, we were going to be on a special with David Suzuki. Yeah, this is a different event, by the way.
This is.
You know, it's not
Can I tell them the story about this event?
Sure. Oh yeah, we got some time.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were going to the House of Blues. Dan Aykroyd was going to have a special, which some of you probably saw. It was called Children of the Earth, and it was a David Suzuki special for CBC. David had gotten sponsors and stuff like that, and we were to unveil the Blues Brothers piece on that TV show. And so what I did was, we do this, we've got some real audacity about it. So wherever we have an American event, whenever we have an American event, what do we do?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead. I'm talking about you.
Whenever we have an American event, we usually go out and we invite all kinds of weird and wonderful people. Like actually at our New York event, we actually had Tommy Hilfiger showed up. Jeff Zink from Yahoo, one of the founders of Yahoo, showed up.
Talking to him.
Yeah, he was a great guy. And who else was there? There was Bobby Robert De Niro's girlfriend was there with us, hanging out. She hung out with us for the whole day, the whole night. And we invited Hillary Clinton. She didn't come up, but we did have a letter that she couldn't make it. So anyway, when we were doing the unveiling in LA, I'm going to say it's around 1997-ish or 98 or whatever. We had invited a whole bunch of people to the House of Blues to show up for the unveiling of the Blues Brothers. And it was on, I might have the dates wrong, but I think I'm pretty accurate on this one. It was actually September 26th is when the show was going to be recorded at the House of Blues. So what we did was they actually moved that event back, and we had sent out invitations to all these wild and wonderful people again. Dan Aykroyd did the same thing, by the way. Yeah, and so what we did was we sent a letter right straight to Bill Clinton after he had received some of my art through the Prime Minister's office. And we I requested that I said, we're going to be unveiling the Blues Brothers at the House of Blues, a special event with the David Suzuki Foundation. Could you show up and bring your Ray-Bans? I told him to bring his Ray-Bans and his saxophone. And what happened was about a week and a half or 2 weeks later, they actually called around and we were pushed back a week. And what it was is Bill Clinton actually we got a letter to say that they couldn't accept the invite because he had to advance his country. I remember, never forget the term, the president is kind of too busy for you guys because he's got to advance his country. Well, what was happening was, because Bill Clinton said yes to it, they actually made that a fundraiser for Bill Clinton, and they had him on stage. And it was a shock to us because we were watching the news that night. Here we were watching the news.
I did that.
It was the night that we're supposed to be at the House of Blues, and who should be on stage but Bill Clinton playing his saxophone. And I thought, you know what? It isn't the first time something like that has happened. And they always say, there's a saying in Hollywood, the hardest thing to do is to stay in your own game. And that's actually real proof of it right there. So we actually, I always say, my art, Suit You art, has moved the president from Washington to Hollywood, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. But yeah, it was really weird. Anyway.
And then we met him.
Yeah, then we met him. Colleen, you see that picture that Kelsey had up there. Yeah, that was kind of fun.
That was fun. We were actually at a baseball game with Willie Horton to raise funds for his foundation. We were in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, actually, where the baseball, and it was it was a neat baseball game. It was a celebrity baseball game, and celebrities actually paid to go play with their stars, their
ultimate heroes.
Yeah, Willie Horton was one of them. And so they were playing, and we were standing in the VIP section, and Ron said there's something going on here, because there's
Secret Service guys all
yeah,
over.
he figured he's pretty quick like that, Ron is. And so and I said, how do you know? And he said, well, they're putting their mouth up to their sleeves, you know, so they could talk into their microphones in their sleeves. So we watched and we figured something.
Well, actually, I went up and asked one of them.
You did.
Yeah, I said, what's going on? And he did it real quickly. He said, the president's coming.
President's coming. So he came through, and we were probably the only Canadians there. And as we're standing there, the crowd. It was funny to watch crowds. And you and I've been around people for so long, we don't get starstruck. I guess that's what it is. And so all these Americans, they're all like, "Oh, Mr. President, Mr. President," and he's standing there, and I just put out my hand and I said, "Hey, Bill, how you doing?" And he came up, and they all kind of went, and I went. I said his name right? Like his name's Bill. They were all calling him Mr. President. Anyway, he came right over and shook my hand, and then we got talking, and then he started talking to Ron, and after he knew the name. And
yeah, actually, I asked him because he had received art from, like I said, the Prime Minister's office. Actually, it was through the governor, the ambassador of the United States, through James Blanchard. And I said, we sent some artwork to you about a year or so ago, and from Canada, because he came to visit here in Canada. So I thought it was a nice gift to offer. And he said, oh yeah, and he remembered exactly what I sent him and everything. It was really nice that you know. Yeah. He shook our hand. President Bill Clinton's got about the. Go ahead.
I have to say he's got the most
weakest.
Yeah. Like. Yeah. I would expect the president to put his hand in there and shake it hard, and that didn't happen.
He didn't shake your hand. He just let you hold his and shake it.
That's mushy.
Well, maybe if you do it 1,000 times a day every day, you get carpal tunnel from it. Yeah. So, anyway, so that's a Bill Clinton story. And it's neat because after we sent the art to him, one day I went to the mailbox on the way home, or I just stopped and grabbed a manila envelope, a small one. It was like not a normal paper size. It was a little bit smaller than that, and there was no markings on it at all. And I took it in the house with no stamps, no address, nothing. There was just an envelope, and it's kind of scary when you see that. I took it in the house. It was stiff. It had a stiffener inside of it, and when you opened it up, it was a letter from Bill and Hillary Clinton. They both signed it, and they were thanking us for the art.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We'll just go on with tomorrow's questions now.
So let's go on with tomorrow's questions. So I can get through, and I am a little bit late. I'm looking at my timeline here.
We can do it.
So anyway, tomorrow is, what is the name of the chimp in To Touch an Angel? That's question number one. And I'm not going to give it to you right now because they will slap the heck out of me if I did. Anyway, in which painting did Suchu paint a sleeping woman? That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one if you don't know the piece. And which Suchu art is the? Oh, okay. Is the frog prince in? Which painting has the frog prince? True or false? Suchu caused a red alert at the U.S. Embassy. True or false? Well, that would be a good story if that happened. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see up there, Kelsey. Sorry. Yeah. And then has Suchu ever painted England's rose? So these are actually pretty good questions. Yeah. They're fun. Yeah. Maybe I'll just make up a story about the embassy tomorrow. Yeah. Are we supposed to be looking at some stuff here? Okay. Well, no, we got visuals here. Am I supposed to be seeing stuff? Did I do something out of whack here?
No. No. So you didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
I don't have visuals until the next day because I don't want to give away the answers.
Ah, okay. So So
now we're gonna play.
So maybe I see. Because we had the visuals of the other ones. Duh. Boy, I'll tell you, get me in charge of this thing here. So we're at the bronze. Oh, this is the fun part. I like this one.
I do too.
Okay.
Because I actually
so get ready, guys.
Had the pictures from.
Hopefully you could
Yeah.
see yourself on these, but we're gonna pull up some ancient RONSTOCK pictures. They may be ancient, they may not be ancient. And then what you're gonna do is you're either gonna call in, you're gonna chat in, or you're gonna email in. And because the first one that does that with us wins.
What are the rules on
What
that,
do we
Kels?
win? We win. You win a prize.
A
Yeah.
mini print.
Oh yeah,
But
mini
if
print.
they
Oh,
won,
that.
can they do it again, or do we have to give somebody else a chance? How's that
We
gonna?
have to get somebody else.
Okay, so if you won already, you're out of it. Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense if we put the same picture up and the same person claims it
No.
every day. Okay.
We got some new pictures.
The-
too.
the
I
reason
like
I-
to see some new pictures.
Yeah, I think you do
Kelsey?
have new pictures, don't you? Okay.
Sorry, I'm just multitasking.
Yeah. Kelsey,
A little behind.
you can do 5 things at once. I've seen you do it. And the reason I said free puzzles because I wrote free puzzle here on here. But yeah, you get the first one to call in when you see yourself on this, you get a free mini print of your choice, and it's framed. All again archival. We always do archival framing, and it's framed and ready to go for you. And it's worth anywhere from $130, $150 to $200. So let's get going with these pictures and see if. But and Colleen and I don't count. We don't get to do this. Oh, there's Colleen.
Is
She
Bill
won.
Clinton here?
Yeah.
Bill
Bill
Clinton.
Clinton.
Okay, so here we are back to the old RONSTOCK.
Bill.
Yeah. Hey, Bill.
Can you
how
bring Ron
doing?
another coffee?
How you doing? Boy, when Colleen said, how you doing to Bill Clinton, Bill, how you doing?
How you doing?
The girl that we're with, she was some wife of some very famous baseball
Just about
player.
hit the
Oh,
floor.
her jaw dropped. My goodness. Okay, so
Well, that's a
haven't
lot of
heard the
years
phone.
ago. Look at the color of my hair.
It was, well, I thought you diet sober. Or you- So far, nobody's calling. Oh, and the nice one
Okay, we go
sideways.
sideways on this one?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, RONSTOCK's not always on the level.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I can't see those.
that's so.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool one.
That is a cool one. That's a.
I don't have it
that's
anymore.
old.
That car is gone. We sold that one. It's over in, if you ever over in Sandusky, Ohio and see a car that looks like that, that's the one.
Most of these folks are from New York. Okay.
I got the right glasses on there.
This is fun to watch. Oh, okay.
You're running out of pictures?
Doctor?
We're limited for pictures, by the way, because this meeting thing, we only allowed a certain amount of pictures. So
Oh,
yeah, that's why we're
Oh.
restricted. So if we don't have a winner here, what I'm going to do is I'll come up with some kind of a crazy question. Do we
okay.
think?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll come up with some kind. I'll ask you questions until somebody calls in with the answer. Of course, when you get 1,000 people showing up at an event, chances are better that they're not online right now. Is that everything?
That's all.
That's all of them. So what can I come up with? What can I come up with? Yeah, we could do something about checkmate. It's right here beside it. Yeah.
Kelsey's
Kelsey's got one? Go ahead, Kelsey. Well, actually, how I got one now. You just gave me one that's, everybody. Oh, hopefully they know that the checkmate was done in coordination with Sting for the David Suzuki Foundation, and I did a portrait of Sting in the piece. But how many times do I show his face? How many times do I show Sting's face in the picture?
call in or
chat
email or put a message on the board.
Yeah. And in the meantime, what I'll do, and if we don't get a call, then I'll come up with another one. Let's talk about the picture a bit, or are we at that point? No, yeah, no, we're not.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So let's talk about the picture a bit, and I don't know if you can. Somebody's going to be able to find that out. I think. Yeah, you should be able to either online. There, you got a phone call coming in here. So how many times did I paint his portrait in this picture?
Hello. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
2. She says 2.
2, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we could zoom in. I probably not,
Yeah.
but I
You're right.
painted.
Okay. So you can come in anytime and
Sting
pick
is the
out
king
a mini print for
at the
yourself.
top. Have you moved this one?
Okay. Yeah, we're here from 9 to 5
turn it
Monday to, sorry, 10 to 5 Monday
Just for
to
a second, yeah.
Friday, and 10 to 4.
So anyway, the king is one of the Sting portraits, and if you look right down below, I used the little Sting that's sitting on the. This actually is a fallen knight. If you can see it well, it's the horse's head of the fallen knight as the chess player, and then he's sitting on here, and in the painting he's a pawn, so he's actually showing up twice. Thank you, Carl.
That's for Chelsea.
Yeah. So we got a winner, and Brenda Payne won it.
Yeah.
What did she win?
A mini
Print of her choice. Okay.
She said she'll see you Saturday.
Oh, okay. I was going to say there's no rush. You don't, anytime we do these things too. If we know that sometimes you can't rush in and stuff like that. So we're not worried about that part of it. Anyway, so we are showing the feature. The first day we were going to show the Kenilworth room service at Kenilworth, which is behind me right now. I'm sorry. And it's behind Colleen. And that's the feature, or our official piece of art for RONSTOCK 2021. But we didn't want to bore everybody with that. So every day we're switching over to another original painting. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit. The Sting piece was done for, the Sting piece called Checkmate was done for the David Suzuki Foundation. And way back when, David, we've raised tens of thousands of dollars for the David Suzuki Foundation through you guys, through the purchases of these prints. And then actually, and as we went along, a lot of the celebrity stuff we've done has been either for David Suzuki Foundation or for the Jane Goodall Institute. Jane Goodall, as I got to know her a little bit after doing one for her, the Jane Goodall piece, which is the one with the chimp that we're asking about in here.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, then the David would pass me along to different people, and I actually started raising funds for both the Jane Goodall Institute and the David Suzuki Foundation. And these pieces, again, have raised tens of thousands of dollars. So anyway, Sting was really nice. Most of the celebrities I work for, actually the only one that ever pushed me on what they wanted to see in the painting, which is really nice because they're artists. They seem to allow me to be an artist on my own and use my own artistic license to portray them. And what Sting said was, just go ahead and do what you want. You're the artist. So, and I actually, one of our collectors who owned an original painting of mine, his daughter worked at the Massey Hall in Toronto, and she was there when Sting was there one time. And when you're backstage with and Sting is getting ready for his sound check and everything else, if he's got his chessboard out there, as you're walking by, he'll say, are you any good at, or do you play chess? Yes, you do. Are you any good at it? And if you say you're good at it, he'll sit you down and have a chess game while he's waiting for his sound checks and stuff like that. And you're getting good at that. So anyway, so what I found out was that Sting, and it wasn't really public knowledge, nobody really knew, in his sound room, even at home in England, he had always had a chessboard there for people to play with him. And he actually played the world champion one time. He lost, but he did play the world champion. So here's a few pictures. I'll probably go back, have Kelsey go back through these in a bit. Yeah, there's that one portrait of Sting. So anyway, when he found out, the first word that came out of his mouth was "wow," you know, and it's nice that when he hasn't seen something and when a celebrity hasn't worked with me before, or you know, and you don't get a chance to show these people sketches or anything else, they really don't even want it. Even Jane was the same way. David was the same way. He's just get something done. I respect your work and, you know, and trust you. And Sting did a lot of work for the environment. And so I actually took his love of chess, and is also his passion towards developing, to rebuilding the rainforest of Africa. And I've actually joined those two ideas and concepts together in here. The walls, it doesn't really, if you looked at Victoria Falls, you would see what kind of looks like this is a great big gorge, many waterfalls. So that's why you're seeing all of the different waterfalls in the background. But in the picture here of Checkmate, I've actually taken and shown the audacity of wealthy, greedy men to almost destroy the world. And that's where Sting in this piece steps in as the hero king, the good king, and he actually is helping to reconstruct the world at this point. So in the picture, it doesn't look like Africa in that area of Africa, because almost all of the vegetarian had been stripped by, you know, the people who would be taking the mahogany and all of the major trees out of the forest, stripping it and killing the forest off for farming and everything else. So the picture is Victoria Falls in Africa, and the vegetation is just starting to grow back. Sting is helping to save the world by playing the game that the greedy people are playing, right? And he's won the game, so that's why it's checkmate. You know, it's funny, I had an actual champion checkmate player make sure that when I did that this play is actually checkmate, because I've had a couple of people walk up and say, that's definitely not checkmate, but I will assure you it is checkmate. And then what I've done in you got the dark king and there's a lot of stuff hidden in this one. There's actually so much in here, sometimes I don't remember it all. So one of my life logo is the dragon, Alexandretta. We had a contest once upon a time to name the dragon. The dragon is actually in the painting. I don't know, like I don't see that she can pull it up.
I'll just point it out.
And then we're going to get her to go to another part of it. So I don't know if you can actually see it there. Yeah, here, I can point it out here. It'll be right here. And Alexandretta is always sleeping, and that's from a story that I got from David Suzuki. David Suzuki said that the world, you know, humanity came along and we're just a blink. We're just a blink of an eye in the history of the world. Like the earth is billions of years old. We're here for maybe a couple million years, but that's just a flash in time. So I had portrayed that, and he said that there's something that's going to be controlled. Like there's always going to be the top of the food chain in the earth and on the earth. So we are basically that now, but we might not be tomorrow, you know, or we might not be 100,000 years from now, 1,000,000 years from now. So anyway, the sleeping dragon is what was in control of, say, the dinosaurs were here. They were here for much longer than we are. All of a sudden they're gone. So that's the sleeping dragon. Well, we're here, the dragon sleeps. When we're gone, the dragon will awaken again, and something else will rule the world. That's just a story. But anyway, and then you start to see all of the chess players in here. The one thing, the Dark King has got a lot of symbolism, because if you cut the painting down through the middle, it's actually also yin and yang. That's something that just isn't overly apparent in this one, that I've done everything on the damaging part of the earth and everything else, the good or the bad part of, you know, yin and yang, and the good side is the actual kitty corner. So if you go, slice it right down in a diagonal, and you'll see the yin and yang. Is that me doing it? Did I bang it?
No, just there's some feedback and you move around.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So anyway, I didn't know where I was. So yeah, there's in the Dark King. Can you actually pull that part? I was trying to get that earlier with you, and also I practiced this bit. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but Colleen and I used to, for years and years and years, we used to go to Algonquin Park, and if Kelsey's going to circle around the part, right? See that part that she just had her cursor on? You might have to read, yeah. Actually, just circle around that piece that I told you. So if you look really closely at that lower half of the Dark King, that's actually a sawdust burner from Algonquin Park. When we were up in Algonquin Park, we had went down a road that you're not supposed to go down. We were pretty good at doing that kind of stuff like everybody else, I guess. And we found this old sawmill. It was just amazing to wander around the sawmill.
Like
It's just crazy because, I mean, there was warehouses in there, and that you'd walk in, there was parts for trucks and stuff that were like from the 50s hanging on the wall of the mechanic shed. But in the middle of it all was this huge sawdust burner. And we've come to find out after that there was a time when they would go through wood so fast that the yard would fill up with sawdust. And the only way to get rid of that sawdust is to use a sawdust burner.
Burn it.
So they just, the big front loaders or whatever they were, just all day long pumping this thing with firewood. So that conical looking thing there, looks like an upside down funnel or whatever, had a great big screen on top of it, and that's all they did with it. There was not, they didn't make particle board or anything out of it. I always thought that was unique, that you would tear down a forest, and probably every day 4 or 5 of these major trees worth of wood would become firewood or just burned up in the thing. Yeah, it's sawdust and just gone. Yeah. So anyway, in the King, you'll see there's black rhino horns. It's at the time the black rhino was almost extinct. All through the Dark King, there's some symbolism of the devil. Yeah, the saw blades. There's six of these, 6 of that. I was born at 3:30 in the morning, so somewhere on there, and I can't remember where it is, and it's very, very faint, or very hard to find, but it says 2 times 333, so it's basically the sign of the devil.
You were born at
333 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, 333. I thought anyway. Yeah. And then you'll find six evil people are climbing all over the sawdust burner and stuff like that. That's actually got it's neat because it's got so many different symbols in it. And again, just like the last one, the Puddle Pals, oops, I just gave it away. Just like the Mickey Mouse picture. There's hidden symbolism in those. There's probably 4 or 5 pieces of mine, and I know there is one piece of mine that not even Colleen knows the answer to one. I do hide things, and sometimes I just won't tell anybody. Maybe it'll never be found. So anyway, and then on the chest part, here we go with the yin and yang again, right? That showed up. That's my official sign.
She's just learning that one. She doesn't know.
That was funny.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is actually the official checkmate symbol. That's for the piece of checkmate.
Can you pull it out for a minute, Kelsey? there's something I just love in this whole, put it back to this. I love the fact that Ron actually even took different time periods. That how you did the rook.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot all about that.
The rook is the medieval, and this is the industrial age.
Yeah.
And then this is the computer age. If you see down here, he's got a lot of computer parts. I just love how I forgot all about that. I know there's so many things we forget about. You do
never shy away from it.
No. And even the fact that in this piece here, you've got he's the good king. He's got this in checkmate. He's actually got what is that?
Well,
Superman's
gloves? He's got Superman's stance.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to do that thing. So yeah, it's the stance of Superman, the Batman's cape.
Yes. Okay.
And the gloves are like Roy Rogers or some silly thing that I found that one at.
Yeah. I just love how you've done all of those different things.
And actually, that's one thing. It was kind of neat. We were in Ohio, in Sandusky. We had a gallery over there for a while, and on the big launch of the gallery, the Radisson Hotel had a big art show for us. It was really amazing. And some lady from Pennsylvania walked up, and she said she was a school teacher.
Oh, great.
She was an art teacher in school. I think it was like grade 9, 10 type of thing, high school. And she said, she walked up to me. She said, I know that piece of art. And I said, and I was really surprised. I thought that was pretty cool, you know. And she said, yeah. She says, it's a medieval piece, and I teach it to all my students. And I kind of looked at her. It was like, it really threw me off. I said, what do you mean it's medieval? She said, like, it's from the medieval period. And I said, no, I painted it. And she said, no, it's, and she didn't get it. She didn't get it.
Like Renaissance.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and what was funny about the whole thing is I said, well, it can't be because of the computer stuff that's in it. And she had been teaching this for about 2 years at the time, using my piece of art as her piece of art for teaching medieval art. And down in here, you actually have lit pieces and, you know, lighting, like LED lighting and everything else. So that was kind of fun. Anyway, I think I'm going overtime on this one a little bit. So what we should move on. Checkmate is still available, by the way, and all of the prints are hand signed by Sting himself. And
I think
there's a huge amount of stories.
Pretty sure the signing numbers or the artist proofs and printers proofs are sold out.
Oh, it could be, yeah. But yeah, the print, but every one of them, the prints are always the same, and these ones are always the same quality and everything. So anyway, let's go on to the grand prize. I think that's where we should be now. And we got our winner for the picture game. Yeah, we did that. Cool. Okay, so I get, you know, I'm an artist, man. I don't have to think like everybody else. You know? I'm doing that.
Like to talk about, because I just love the Man Award you just did.
Okay, so yeah, so the grand prize, real quickly, is if you're here every day for the full week, you get a chance to win our $2,200 plus a little bit framed Avro Arrow piece. It's hand signed by me, but it's also hand signed by Jan Zurkowski. And I never mentioned it yesterday that these pieces actually went to second market before we even made the painting. We literally sold out. It was funny. The Edmund Fitzgerald I did with Gordon Lightfoot, and this one were the only two pieces that had ever sold out prior to painting the painting. We had this one gone for whatever reason, and there was 259 of them. So when you get one of these, they've been sold out for many years. You're actually getting what is called the second market piece. Once it's sold by us and it goes, we got no more, then it actually becomes what they call second market, and that's what this one is. So the investment level is very high on it. The value is very high on these pieces. And Jan Zurkowski is no longer with us. He was a wonderful man. But that's all you get for me on that one today. But if you're here all 6 days, and we'll be announcing all of the winners of the daily prints.
The celebrity print.
And today, the celebrity print is Dr. Jane Goodall.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, we gave this thing. I almost did that. I was almost going to give another thing away today, but Kelsey forced me not to. No, Kelsey pulls the reins in on me is what it is. Yeah.
I'm so glad I have Kelsey.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah. So anyway, it's going to be the Jane Goodall piece, and the Jane Goodall piece is a $250 limited edition print. You know, and it's unfortunately we have to show it like this because it doesn't really show it as a print. This is the picture, but you get the print, you get it, and it's mounted on. It's actually shrink wrapped on an archival board. So, you know, if you get the print and you don't want to frame it right away or whatever, or you want to even give it as a gift to somebody, you know, it's not something you have to take out of the package real quickly. And I say that because a lot of the stuff that we get people bring in that were shipped in are shipped in non-archival packaging, and it's horrible for the prints. But this one comes on a shrink wrap board, And on the back, you have a $75 gift certificate for framing. And that framing can be done not just for the Jane Goodall piece, but for anything you want. So if you got anything else you want to frame, that's fine. The $75 will go towards that. I don't think, is there a limit on the $75? There's nothing, eh?
Yeah.
Is there an actual?
It's a time limit. And
So for this year or something like
I
that?
can't remember, Kelsey.
Yeah, okay.
Just like here, so if you.
Oh, I get you.
within the
Okay.
first 3 months, you get the whole $75
Yeah,
value,
okay.
or maybe it's 1 month.
Yeah, we'll let that. Yeah, we'll.
But yeah, there's
yeah.
a big thing.
So anyway, a $325 gift is what it equals for you. So anyway, so we'll be announcing those on Saturday, just after our hot dogs. So
You better be specific on that, because I don't want like
Well, I think what we're
people
gonna do
showing
is-
up at a door Saturday
Yeah.
expecting a hot dog.
no, it's up to you this year. Hey, if you want, just send me the
Can't
receipt.
do it.
Send me the receipt for the hot dogs. I'll pay for the hot dogs. Oh, Colleen's kicking me. I'll take it out of her account. Anyway. No. So yeah, so we'll start off on Saturday. We're gonna have
We're gonna
some
get
fun.
hot dogs, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have some hot dogs. Anyway, I already got them. They're already
Okay,
there ready for us.
I'll get my
Yeah.
vegan dog.
The vegan dog. Your Brenner's vegan dog. So I said to Colin, you can eat any hot dog. They probably don't have any
They
meat in
probably
them
don't
anyhow.
have any
So,
meat in them, yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so boy, we're moved.
Let's
I
go
got
to
two
main
organized
award.
here.
Do we have a lot of questions or anything today, or?
Everybody's been good.
We have some really nice comments.
Okay,
No questions, but lots of nice comments.
good comments. Good.
Just let them know that you read them all after every session.
Yeah, we do
do.
that for sure.
And thank you. And if anybody, I'm just gonna say this because Kelsey's been bugging me for testimonials. If anybody would love to write us a testimonial, she would love to be able to use them to put up on our site for different pieces and for different promotion. We'd really appreciate it if anybody would write those for us, send them in to us. We can use them. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
So, and actually, we've given now this the third celebrity piece that we've given away. Now we still have a David Suzuki Metamorphosis to go. That would be, whenever. I don't know, because they pick them out for. And we also have a Blues Brothers piece. So both of them, David Suzuki, signed by David Suzuki, the Metamorphosis, and we also have a Blues Brothers piece coming up this week. And you can win them just by showing up. There's no obligation at all. Okay, so
I do.
we got somebody on the phone here. Huh?
Online, can I call you back?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So we got phone call. Oh, do I have? I don't have that on front of me here. Can I borrow yours for a few minutes? Your sheet?
Okay.
You don't
give me
mind.
About 15
Okay.
minutes. Yes, too. I will. Thanks.
I can overhear the conversation here. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's go on to we got to do our little selling thing here. So, this RONSTOCK is not just being generous. Obviously, you got to make a little bit of money. So anyway, the official print for RONSTOCK, and
We gotta buy
we've
hot
gone
dogs
through
Saturday.
this. We got to buy hot dogs. I got a hot dog.
That's why you
Oh,
need to
so
make a little bit
Colleen's
of
asking
money.
me to warn you guys. Yeah. Warn you guys, don't come out here for hot dogs. We
Yeah.
only have a little package of maybe
Scare me.
6 or whatever. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Saturday is our basically we're open right now, and we both have both our shots, but we're supposed to be careful for a couple of weeks. But anyway, we're officially opening back on Saturday this weekend. So we're going to be here. I'll be here from 10 till 4.
Yep.
And
then
Colleen will be here for an hour or so because we're going to be doing the show.
And then we'll
And-
be here every week from 10 to 5.
Yeah.
After that, we'll be open normal hours.
Yeah.
And it's something like 5% you can have in your store, which is, I mean,
Yeah,
we
to
don't
us,
have to
it's-
worry about it because it's not like we get hundreds at a time unless we invite you
course.
by hundreds, but
Yeah. If
Yeah.
if 5% was the deal,
yeah.
then we could only have like 1/5 of a person at a time.
No, no, I think
So
it's,
Oh.
like the size of
I've lost
your,
that thing.
yeah. I mean, we're
Oh, I
good.
see
We
how you
could
do that,
probably
yeah.
have 6 people in
Yeah.
the store at a time, sort of thing. So, yeah.
So room service Kenilworth, I'm very proud of the painting. You've heard me say it already. I really enjoy it. I think when I varnished it the other day, it was like, oh my God, did that ever turn out nice?
It's a beauty.
Did it ever turn out nice? I'm happy. And you know, if it doesn't sell from here, it's going home. I'm going to put it up in the house for a while. But if Colleen will let me, so it's not my house, it's her house, of course, you know. Anyway, the press proof package that we're looking at right now, this is a 16 by 16 inch. These are all G-clays. Everything we sell today is not a limited edition litho print like the old fashioned litho prints. They're good. The ones that we always had were very low fade ink. We've always had the highest quality product, but these have quality that are like we actually tested the machines that we got. The way I did one test was the sign on the side of our building is done in a G-clay. And oh, I'm sorry, I just won't drop my paper here. And we actually tested it. So our color fade should happen. The yellow color fade could happen 90 to 150 years from now, where normally it can go 6 to 7 years on a litho print. And then you start to have a little problem with Colleen's falling asleep over here. Anyway, so everyone is on the highest quality art paper, G-clay print. And in the press proof, you get all kinds of really cool added features. And we're going to come in and zoom in on the added features. So
like
goodies. Okay, yeah, they're
like
goodies. Yeah. So frame is exclusive for Suchu Art. We make it ourselves. We have it actually milled for us. And then they're hand varnished right here in house. We put the little stamp on the bottom of the stamp. I actually had to redesign it because there was nothing on, you couldn't find one that was clean enough for this, but that little stamp on the bottom is actually hand stamped here and then varnished. And then what you do is you get this week until the close of RONSTOCK on Saturday at 5 o'clock, you can have $350 off the press proof. And it includes that the one with, you see the little 2 buckets on the left-hand side, that's a hand-drawn remark, hand-drawn, hand-colored. And then, and that's an original. I actually do sign the bottom. You'll actually see a tiny little signature in there. And then Colleen produces these reproductions of the tickets. They're fun. If you ever watch her do this, it's pretty cool because she can fool anybody with stuff like that. We're not trying to fool you. We're not trying to tell you that it's real.
But I just love doing it.
I mean, we've had a lot of stuff.
Authentic.
Yeah, we had old menus. If you had a menu of a Titanic, you can make it look like it came off the bottom of the ocean.
In fact, can I just add, because I had someone that I did documents for, I framed some beautiful documents in a piece, and they didn't want to use the originals. I understand. And so I took photocopies of their originals, and then I treated them so that they looked old.
Yeah,
I've got a technique and things like that I do for that. And it was really neat because you would have sworn that I used the originals in the frame.
And even those ones are done in archival paper too. Anytime that we work in, anything we put into a frame like that is always going to be archival. So anyway, the press proof is normally the retail price is quite high. It's a 16 by 16 print G-clay with all of the goodies, and it's $1,320 normally. And this week until closing on Saturday, it's $970. And then we move along to the artist proof, which is basically the exact same size as the press proof, but we're just dropping that. Oops, I forgot to tell you about the brush. We dropped the paintbrush out of it. In the press proof, there's only 10 of them that have that ugly looking old fashioned piece of brush there. Now, that brush has been used. That's why I don't put brand new brushes in them. They're actually used for the painting itself of the Man of War. That brush. So out of the 10 press proofs, and there is three left, I think. I don't
And this
know.
is the first time we've ever done something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Might be
that
the
is
last.
first time. Yeah, well, we'll see. Colleen comes up all kinds of neat things.
Yeah.
You know, and real quickly, there's in her auction right now, she has the Ford plant, their very first Ford plant, and then she has the wrench from a Model T Ford
The toolkit.
right in the frame.
I love finding things
Yeah.
like that.
So
Little
anyway,
art
artist proofs are the same as the first one, but we drop the paintbrush. The frame is the same. Everything is identical to the press proof. And you have the remark for free. That's a $225 remark. That's free this week in that piece. And their normal retail on that one is $1,070. And right now, this week until closing time, 5 o'clock on Saturday, it's $720. And normally the press proofs, I'm pretty sure the press proofs will sell this week. That's usually what happens with these pieces. Now we're going to go into the signed and numbered, and I got 1 minute left. Anyway, the signed and numbered pieces, again with the same frame. Now it's just slightly smaller. It's about 1 inch. If you went 1 inch on each side and top and bottom, it comes down about 1 inch in size, or well, it'd be just almost 2 inches by the time we get everything in there. Anyway, it only comes with the ticket. The ticket is, again, the handmade ticket by Colleen, a handmade replica. And then a 14 by 14 inch print, really nice size piece. It is a good size piece for the wall. And I'm going to find the prices here. This one here that we're showing you right now, the normal price would be $520. And this week until closing time on Saturday, $345. $345.
Can I just say too, I really don't like doing your art this way because it just doesn't do it justice when we show things online. It's so much nicer when you see it in person.
Well, and that's what I was saying too about the bidding wall. You know, the bidding wall, we only put a few out here at RONSTOCK, and we've given so much this time around because we you know, it's just harder to buy art online. We understand that. You know, if you ever to buy something like that, you weren't happy with it, you know, just believe us that you don't have to keep it. We don't like to try and stick anybody with something if they can't really experience it firsthand. So anyway, that was, we just showed you the official frame. It all comes with a stamp, the ticket. Again, I'm repeating myself here. And then we go to, that was frame number 3, that one, by the way. Frame number 2 is the saddle brown frame. This one doesn't show up well on camera. We've tried everything we can.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful deep
Really
brown
pretty.
color, that one. And it's got how do they call it? I lost the word.
It's not rustic.
Distressed.
It's kind of distressed. Yeah.
Distressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
So
nice.
we actually pick on it a lot, so it gets kind of bummed out. we throw it around the back room a bit, you know. Distress, yeah, it gets
Distressed. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, is it
He picks on it instead of Kelsey.
picks on it, yeah. No, that's depressed.
Oh, yeah.
No. Anyway, so that is frame number 2, and that one is normally $500, and right now it's $325. I'll forget that right. Yes, I do. And then the last one, which is frame number 1, is the rustic walnut brown frame. This is actually probably in all of our RONSTOCK dealings over the years. This has been probably one of the most popular frames. Sometimes we do it in flat black. This one is going to be in natural walnut wood. And that one, the retail is $470. So right now you're getting, by buying right now, every time you buy one of these, you're getting the $125 off for the print. And right now you're getting the ticket, and the extra cuts and the extra effort to put that together is normally $50. So even in this situation here, you're saving $175 on the piece. So that one is $395 until closing time on Saturday. I'm sorry, $295. Oh, I'll give you an extra $100 off right now. Anyway, $295. The reason it's $395 is because I can't read with the glasses I've got on. So anyway, well, we got through that today. I almost did it on time. I can't believe that. do we have anybody that's asking questions? If you got to ask questions, you don't want to do it here because it's something I would never do. I'm not good for doing chatting things and stuff like that. But please, honestly, call in, and there's no obligation to buy, just to ask some questions.
Sure.
Or find out if, what was the contest about? Why didn't I win? Or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Complain, love us, send us.
Tell us what we're doing
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, do
Tell us
whatever
what
you
we're
want.
doing right. We like it both because
Yeah.
that's how we get to improve and
we're
get
actually,
what you need.
we're pleading with you because we're so lonely. So lonely. Honestly, I want to get back to normal. I and I know with Colleen, poor Colleen, I mean, it's so stressful to not have business go normal.
The normal way.
Yeah, and
it's double the work.
yeah, it
this
seems
way.
Yeah, it seems
It
I'm the
really
stronger
is.
one, probably because I'm not quite as involved at all times with the day-to-day operation.
And
So-
Al, I see you there, and your frame is cut. I haven't had time to get the thing together,
Oh, okay.
and then I got to get it packaged up. Yeah. Thanks. I'm doing
Okay.
like 5 jobs here, and it's,
So, hey, maybe we're, by the end of the week, by Saturday, I'll be pretty organized here, and we'll get through it without Colleen kicking me, because she only kicked me 3 times today. She kicked me 4 times yesterday. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Anyway, so we're going to head out right now, and we'll let you guys get back to whatever you're doing.
Thanks for
And,
joining us.
yeah,
We really, really appreciate your support in every way that you've given it to us. Thank you. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
We enjoy
Let
it.
us know how we're
Very,
doing.
very
okay?
enjoyable.
And sign up for our newsletters and everything else, and get all your friends to do that. We really appreciate it.
This is making my week being
Good,
here.
good. Okay, somebody was
Good
having
times.
some fun out there.
Good
Okay,
times.
so we'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the fourth day. Okay, take care.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.